Video games are not perfect, especially when it comes to Nintendo. I promise you, every single video game ever made has a glitch in it. Look up any game you want on YouTube and put glitches after it, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But this video is about my favorite glitches in Mario games. Some very known, some that are not very known, but we're just going to be going through some. These are not in a specific order, by the way. I just chose games that I wanted to do. I'm going to look at 2 glitches from each game that is on my list. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or next week or next month. I don't have an upload schedule, so you're just going to have to be patient. Please. First, we're going to start with Super Mario Sunshine. This game has a number of glitches that we can talk about, but first, we can talk about one of my favorite glitches, the invisible Delfino glitch. Also, the way we're going to do this is that we're going to look and talk about the glitch and how to do it, and then we're going to talk about why did it happen. So about the invisible glitch. While it does say invisible Delfino Plaza, it's not really all that visible, with just the floor and the buildings being invisible. All the piantas, fruit, nozzles, and trees are still there. So basically all the things you can interact with are still there. If you want to know how to do this, first get the rocket nozzle and just go by where you would usually go to Rico Harbor or the raccoon's house. Use the rocket nozzle, then immediately do a dive, and then there you go. Also, you can access this glitch in the box smashing room. Go inside and go by the door, and then do a ground pound, then go to sidestep mode and switch to the hover nozzle, and then step out of the door and immediately hover, and there you go. I will say the first way where you do it by the raccoon's house is much easier, while the one where you do it in the box smashing house is really hard. Trust me. I mean, I've done it before, but when I re-attempted it for this video, it took much longer than I remember. I accessed the glitch by doing it by the raccoon house. Took a couple of tries, but I finally got it. But man, it took me hours and hours to access it in the box smashing room. Like literally, I got home from school at 2:30 and I immediately went to, okay, maybe I ate first. But after I ate, I got on Mario 3D AllStars and it took me a long time, let me tell you. But this just proves that this glitch wasn't patched up by Nintendo when Mario 3D AllStars released. I even have screenshots to prove it. And yes, these are my screenshots from recently and here's proof. See? Told you. But why does this happen? Well, to be honest, I didn't know, which is why I looked it up and I saw A+ Start's video on it, and he said that the raccoon house in the box smashing house is way above the Isle Delfino map. And when Mario enters the room, he gets teleported there. And when you're in those rooms, apparently Isle Delfino is invisible. And when you do the glitch, the game thinks that you're still inside the room, but you're not. And you can walk around Isle Delfino like nothing is happening. A pretty good glitch. I mean, it doesn't do anything for you gameplay wise. I guess it's just fun to look at, which is why it's my favorite glitch. It's just fun to mess around with invisible stuff. Now this next glitch involves one of the game's most hardest and annoying stages ever, the lily pad stage. Literally the most annoying thing out of a Mario game probably. You have to stand on a lily pad and collect all the 8 red coins, which are all spread out by the way. And if you put your tiniest tip of your foot in the water, you'll die. Does that make sense to you? This whole entire game evolves around water. I haven't seen a single stage or course in Mario Sunshine that doesn't include water, and yet water kills you in this level. And not only is it a hard level, but it can take years to get to the level itself. And once you get in the level and lose all your lives, you have to start all the way from the beginning. Isn't that fun? But there's an easier way to do this glitch. Not an easier way to go to the level, an easier way through the level. I feel like everyone knows this by now, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. First, ride the lily pad to the end and don't worry about collecting all the red coins except for the second to last red coin. Then once you're at the end, jump off the end of the platform and go through those bars in the water, and then you're in the water without dying. So now you can collect all the red coins. Just don't let Mario get fully out of the water because he'll die. Why is this one of my favorites, you ask? Well, because it's literally an easier way of doing this annoying and frustrating level. I actually don't know why this glitch happens. I did research on it and couldn't find anything, so I'm just gonna make a guess. The waterfall and half the water at the end is probably not marked as a death like the rest of the whipper is, which leads to Mario hovering over the water and going through those bars and walking on the floor without him dying. Which is why whenever he does a full jump out the water, he dies. Also, I was able to do this a long time ago, but not now because it literally takes centuries to get to the level, so just take my word for it. It still works. And now let's talk about my favorite glitches in Super Mario Galaxy. Like any other game, this game is loaded with glitches. But one of my favorite glitches in this game is the one that takes place in the Mega Leg Boss Battle Star. This glitch can have you explore the robot boss stage without it even moving. How? Well, when you first enter the level, do a double jump before you land on the glass thingy. Then once you land on the glass, triple jump, then immediately do a spin, and there you go. Seems easy, right? Well, you would be wrong, because it's literally easier said than done. You have to do the triple jump at just the right time or else you're gonna fail. I have done it before, but when I re-attempted for this video, it took me the longest. It took me so long to the point where I thought they patched it in a later update to Mario 3D All-Stars. But I eventually got it, so I was happy about that. But why does this happen? Well, it's because the glass thingy is below the stage where the boss battle takes place, and when you triple jump and spin at just the right spot, I guess the game thinks that you're at the wrong spot, and the camera just turns around, and next thing you know, you're at the boss battle stage. And since you're not supposed to be there at that moment, everything is frozen and not moving. So you can move around on the robot without dying or anything turned on. The way you can activate the boss is if you go to the spot where you would go if you went through the launch star. Another favorite glitch of mine is a glitch that takes place in the deep dark galaxy. If you go inside the cannon, go all the way to the left and aim the cursor right here, and blast Mario out of the cannon. If you did it correctly, Mario should be stuck in the sand, and once you get out, go through the beach chair and crouch. Now you should be in water, and there you go. But that's not the only part. If you swim to the bottom of the red toad house to the left, jump out of the water, and now Mario's head should be inside the toad house. Just jump and spin, and now you have successfully done a glitch. And yes, this still is possible in Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, why does this happen? I couldn't tell you. I promise you guys I researched after this glitch but couldn't find anything on it. So if you know something about it, don't be afraid to put them in the comments. The next game we're going to be looking at is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Being yet another Switch port of a past Mario game, Nintendo has patched some things that were wrong from the Wii U version. But some glitches didn't get patched, like my favorite glitches in the game. But this game also involves a new game, Bowser's Fury. So we're going to be taking a look at one glitch from each game. The first glitch we're going to look at is from Super Mario 3D World. Probably my favorite glitch in the whole game is the Super Speed glitch in World 3-1. While it can work without the propeller helmet, you won't get enough height while jumping without it. So if you do this glitch, propeller helmet is recommended. And also this will work on any ice, but this long strip of ice right here is better. So first what you need to do is basically build up speed and crouch at the same time, and jump and watch your character fly. It is really convenient in this level because you can basically just skip to the end of the level. Why does this happen? You guessed it. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I researched and researched. I keep researching for these glitches, but I can't find any information on why this can happen. So maybe it's just something Nintendo just didn't do. I don't know. My favorite glitch from Bowser's Fury is the backwards long jump. While it doesn't work like the backwards long jump in Mario 64, it's still kind of cool. Basically perform a long jump and then immediately after throw a fireball or a boomerang, and there you go. Why does this happen? You guessed it again. I don't know. I'm so sorry. And now the final game we are looking at today is the one, the only Super Mario 64. Probably the glitchiest game on this list and probably the glitchiest Mario game ever. This game has so many glitches I can make an entire video on all of them if I wanted to. But no, here is two of my favorite glitches. The first glitch I'm talking about is the Lakitu skip. Everyone should know this glitch by now, but if not, basically just do 2 long jumps on the left edge of the bridge and you should be good. Took me a couple of tries, but hey, I got it. And it was also my first attempt at the Lakitu skip and I got it, so that was a fun moment. My other favorite glitch is the backwards long jump itself. I'm not gonna explain the backwards long jump to you. The classic BLJ, you should know that by now. Everyone that has played Mario 64 has attempted to do the BLJ at least once. I know I have, and I never did it before. I even tried to do it for this video, and I never did it, so I just gave up. I don't know, maybe that can be on my things to do next year list. I don't know. It's just whenever I would come close to doing it, Mario would just stop, so I just gave up. But if you have attempted to do the BLJ before and have done it successfully, tell me in the comments. And that will be all for this video. Most of these games on the list are literally Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and also the majority of the video is me still proving that these glitches work in Mario 3D All-Stars, except for the BLJ. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, and maybe a part 2, consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload. And make sure to follow all my socials that are on screen right now, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.